Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Chris Gagne along with Calvin Castine. You're here tonight with Hometown Cable. We're at Northeastern Clinton. It's October 5th, 2018, and we have a non-league game tonight. It's going to be the visiting Northern Adirondack Bobcats and the Northeastern Clinton Cougars. And getting it started a little late here. Calvin was up at Northern Adirondack videotaping the boys' game tonight. The Bobcats hosting the Shazy Eagles, and the Bobcats coming away victorious 2-1 over Shazy.
Number one ranked team in Class D in New York State.
So a big win for the boys program up at Northern Adirondack, and girls down here hoping they can pick up a win over the Northern Soccer League Division I Northeastern Clinton Cougars. So we're approximately 14 and a half minutes into the first half here, and the Cougars scoring about 10 minutes in off a goal by Marley Sample. Didn't get any word from the referees if an assist was awarded. Sample taking a cross from the outside, dribbling around a few different players, and taking a shot on net low into the outside. Goalkeeper getting her hands on it and bounced over and into the net. So Cougars up 1-0, and they will be making some substitutions here. So the Cougars sporting the pink shirts tonight. Cancer awareness, supporting that cause.
It's like Dickinson, Hamilton, and Bunham are the officials. Huh?
Yes, that is who it is. It's always nice, Calvin, when you show up with these rosters and they're all in numerical order. I had the Cougars roster for introductions tonight, and the numbers were all out of order, so it seemed a little odd. And we've got LaFountain on the outside, cutting that to the inside to Marley Sample. Sample giving it a one-time shot, and that was just wide of the net. So good look there by LaFountain as she sees Sample wide open in the middle. Good opportunity for the Cougars, and the Bobcats will have a goal kick. So substitutions here for the Cougars. We have Chris Gay coming into the game, Gabby Dumas. That was Houghton coming back in, Bryn Sample, and possibly a few others. Didn't catch all of them, but we'll go over the roster here real quick. For the Cougars, we have number 1, Kaya McComb, 2, Emma Fredette, 3, Addison Sample, 4, Gabby Dumas, 5, Sarah Grennan, 6, Miriam Waktumi, 7, Maggie LaFountain, 8, Amy Visconti, 9, Allison Gregoire, 11, Audie Hollister, 12, Brinley LaFountain, 13, Marley Sample, 14, Haley Letourneau, 15, Leah Colombe, 16, Alexa Cronkright, 17, Carissa Gay, 18, Bryn Sample, 21, Caitlin Houghton, 22, Olivia Gagno, 23, Taylor Goodrow, 24, Emily Boyer, and the starting goalkeeper for the Cougars, Abby Racine. Coaches for the Cougars, Mr. Tim Atot, assisted by, correction, that's Mr. Tim Supernaw, head coach. Mr. Tim Atot's the assistant, and also the JV coach and assistant, Mr. McKenna Hunter.
You better be careful. The timer will be upset with you there.
So Leah Colombe with some good footwork, looking to get that up the field, and she passes it right to a Bobcat. That was Bryn Gilmore playing that ball for the Bobcats, and that'll be off the head of Chris Gay and out of bounds. So Perrier in the middle looking to take a shot. She volleys that one, and a slow bouncer into Racine as she picks that ball up. So the Cougars playing back-to-back. They had a game last night right here at Northeastern. It was senior night, and the Cougars recognizing their 5 seniors at the start of the game. The Cougars played the Saranac Chiefs, and picking up a point towards league standings as the game ended in a 1-1 tie. And Saranac also playing tonight. They're hosting the Patriots of Osable Valley up in Saranac.
Just looked at the flag and it's not blowing in the wind there, so it's Good thing there's no breeze tonight. It's a little chilly out there.
It's definitely not 76 like last night. Nice ball played forward on the far side. And we'll have a stoppage. Appears to be offsides on the Cougars. Last night at game time, it was right around 75, 76 degrees. And enjoying that nice warm weather. And as always, it has to come to an end. Cold front moving in overnight. And now we're playing in some
40s.
real soccer weather. But imagine it up at Northern Adirondack. It had to be a little bit colder than this, Calvin. Possibly snow falling? No,
No,
not yet.
no. But Bill Chase did say he got 32 overnight at his place up on Chateauguay Lake. I had 38 this morning.
We'll have Dumas in the balls played up to Sample on the right side as she looks to create a shot, and that's broken up by two Bobcat defenders. Sent over on the near side to Bryn Gilmore. That'll be Houghton up to Sample. We'll have Sample working with Alexis Belrose from the Bobcats, and Belrose safely playing that one over the sideline as the Cougars get set to throw it in. Bobcats a little slow to react here, and referee had his flag up as the Cougars once again are called for offsides. The lineup for the Bobcats: in goal, Aiden Lambert; number 2, Alexis Pitts; 3, Bailey LaFountain; 4, Emily Brooks; 5, Maddie Seguin; 6, Alexis Belrose; 7, Maya Mitchell; 8, Madison Mitchell; 9, Delaney Wood; 10, Hannah Jock; 11, Madison Perrier; 12, Emma Rabidou; 13, Bryn Gilmore; 14, Anika Knight; 15, Elizabeth Nichols; 16, Bailey Labarge; 17, Emily Perrier; 18, Grace Thum; 19, Kira Labarge; and 20, Monica Lynn Charlin. The coaches for the Bobcats is Leslie Labarge and Kelly Gilmore. With Labarge on the near side for the Bobcats, and that was Carissa Gay looking to take that ball. Bobcats will move up this near side. Houghton looking to the far side for a cutting Amy Visconti. Visconti making a nice run, looking back to the middle. Sample looking to take a shot. Good hard shot, and just a little over the crossbar as that goes over the end line. And the Cougars sending in 3 substitutes. Looks like we'll have Marley Sample, Leah Colombe, and Allison Gregoire. That ball rolling off the foot of Hollister, and the Bobcats with a quick throw in. And Dumas looking up the field, and the Cougars will have all 3 players offsides on that one, so easy call for the referee as he was standing right in line with the Bobcat defense. So Bobcats pulling up here and catching the Cougars offsides probably 3 times in the last
Well, it's a team
5,
game.
6 minutes.
It's a team game, Chris. So They're all offside like that. Yeah,
Do it together.
right.
So we got home last night, Calvin. What do you think the first thing Olivia asked me was
What?
about the game last night?
Oh, about the game. She didn't see it.
Well, she says to me, she goes, how come the referee didn't call that handball on me in the box? I said, because you got very lucky.
She should have asked him.
So subs coming in for the Bobcats. We have number 4, Emily Brooks. I have to apologize, I can't get the number on the far side.
That's the timer. She knows. She knows them all.
Looks like Monica Lynn Charlin on the far side, number 20, coming into the game, and we'll have Gagnon back to get that ball as Kira Labarge was putting pressure on there, looking to create a scoring opportunity, and the Bobcats will throw this in. Kira Labarge set to take this throw. And a good long throw right into the 18 over the head of the Cougar defenders, and Gagnon clears that one out. So Marley Sample going to get called here for offsides. Flag is up, and referee didn't see the flag up. And fans on the Bobcat side asking the ref to get in the game here as he didn't see his partner's flag up. But Sample...
He's supposed to be looking in about 3 different directions at once, apparently.
And he just got hit with a ball. So rough go of it for him right now. So in the referee's defense, though, Calvin, it is tough when you're following the ball in the play and running up the field and trying not to get hit by the ball, to always see what's going on around you. And obviously, we can't see everything.
Well, the flagmen are the ones that are supposed to call the offsides, so he's got to be watching the ball in front of him and looking out of the corner of his eye at his flagman.
So the Cougars set to take a corner kick from the far side. I think that's Hollister taking it. McComb at the top of the 18, back to Clone. Clone with a good hard shot. That'll be off the back of a Bobcat. Should be another corner kick. Leah Colomb, number 15 for the Cougars, will be taking the corner kick from this near side. Right to the corner of the 6-yard box. That is off of Emma Fredette's leg and over the end line. So we're down to just under 12 minutes here remaining in the first half. The Cougars holding a 1-0 lead on a early goal by Marley Sample. And the Bobcats looking to put some offensive pressure on as long balls played up. We'll have Hollister and Gagno back on defense as the Bobcats close in. That's Maddie Seguin with a ball here on the near side. She's looking for an open Bobcat player. Gagno with a missed kick. Perrier stepping up to the 18 with that. And cleared out by Cologne. So Fredette with some space in front of her, looking to move that ball up the field. And we'll have another through ball to Marley Sample. No offsides there. And the Bobcat player, Maddie Seguin, turning up the speed, outrunning Sample and preventing a breakaway there for Sample. So we'll have a foul called here on the Cougars as the Bobcats will set up for a free kick. The Bobcats will be sending in 4 substitutes. One of them being number 13, Bryn Gilmore. Didn't catch the other 3.
So Perrier and who else?
I can read the numbers on the front. It's the ones.
Gonna get
Or
washed
sorry,
out, no?
on yeah. The ones on the back are easy to read. It's the front you have a hard time seeing.
Maybe the second half I'll have to sit on the edge of the roof and hand the mic out to you.
Then you'll push me off the edge, right?
No, not to the end of the game.
So a nice free kick there that skips through the Bobcat defense. Sample unable to get to that one, and the Bobcats clear that over the sideline. So I have to eat my words a little bit. Last night's game, I was talking about the standings and the undefeated, and what I said was probably the favorite team in Division 1. There's a shot by Marley Sample, a good right foot there, and be wide to her near side of the post. And then I open up the paper and see that the Hornets won 1-0 over them, so no undefeated teams in Division 1 at this point, but Beatmantown still holding the number 1 position in regular season standings.
I've always felt that it didn't hurt a team at all to lose during the regular season, just to get used to the idea that it can happen and not panic next time you get behind or whatever.
That is true. It's all too often that you see a team going to sectionals undefeated. They're the favorites, and they get to the championship and end up losing. So it's a good reality check, and I guess lets the team know. And the Cougars are going to break in. We have a 3-on-1 here and some great defense there. The Cougars not making a through pass there, and the Bobcats breaking that one up. Number 6, that was Alexis Belrose doing a fine job. She had Three Cougars closing in on the net, and she was able to defend that by herself. Another long ball played in by the Cougars, and the Bobcat goalkeeper Aiden Lambert coming out to the top of the 18 and snags that one. But I think it's more than ever, Calvin. You look at, the girls this year, girls last year in Division One, and on any given night, any team could win, and a lot of parity. And I don't go watch many boys games, but just looking at the paper, it seems like there's no clear-cut team that stands out ahead of the rest. So with some good hard practice and determination, anybody could win this championship this year. There's a nice shot by Marley Sample from about 20 yards out, and Aiden Lambert getting her hands on that one, making a nice save.
And like so many games, it's a game of inches. You hit that crossbar or the goalpost, and the other guy hits the crossbar and puts it in. It's a game of inches sometimes.
Or you look at last night's game, Olivia with a handball inside the box. She didn't get called for it, but right there could have been a penalty shot that would have been a win for NAC. So, and Sample making a nice cut, but the offside flag is up once again. Referee not seeing it, and the
that's one reason.
Referee on the side telling him just play on. So
that's one reason they do this.
And Sample offsides again. Flag is up, and
we do this so the refs can get used to this, because once you get to the sectionals, you use the three-man referee, so they do it in these non-league games. And I believe the three refs split two fees at this point in time until you get to the sectionals.
So Madison Mitchell for the Bobcats looking up for Emily Brooks. Gabby Dumas with the ball. Sends it over to Kate Houghton. Houghton into a wide open Marley Sample, and she's going to be called offsides again. So Sample's eager to get that ball and take off, but keeps getting caught on the wrong side of the Bobcat defense.
She was onside, and then the defense moved up, and all of a sudden she wasn't onside when the ball was kicked.
So Visconti playing that ball, and the Cougars will send in a substitute here. And Marley Sample going to take a break as Emma Fredette comes into the game. And that ball will be over the end line, and the Bobcats will take a goal kick. So the Bobcats chipping a ball in. That's going to be number 14, Anika Knight. Looking to collect that as Gagnon clears that one out of the middle. Good hustle on the far side by Maggie LaFountain. She lost that ball and getting right back into the play, trying to recover on defense. Good effort by her. And Kaya Macomb will pick this ball up in the middle of the field. Looking back to her defense for help. Madison Mitchell with some good hustle there. 2 good tackles, and that one's deflected out of bounds as the Bobcats get set for a throw in here. One minute. That doesn't work.
Working the,
It was
working
on.
did the score. Oh, well, we
So we're down under 1 minute. We heard that on camera, but the speakers weren't working. As a Cougar goes down there, that was Maggie the Fountain going down, and she'll have the ball back here at midfield. A nice ball played right into the 18, and that's going to be deflected and back to Abby Racine. And no call on that one as the Bobcat player went down. That was number 5, Maddie Seguin. Looking for a scoring opportunity there as the time winds out here in the first half. And at the end of the first half, we have the Cougars leading the Bobcats 1-0 on a early goal by Marley Sample. Okay, welcome back, fans. Start of the second half here between the Northern Adirondack Bobcats and the Northeastern Clinton Cougars. Bobcats with possession here early. This is Madison Perrier looking up the field to Hannah Jock. That was Brinley LaFountain for the Cougars going down as the Bobcats chip it into the 18. Misplay there by the Cougars. And Hollister doing a good job to recover and send that one out of bounds. So Emily Perrier working in the corner there, and her team is awarded a corner kick as that ball went over the end line off of the Cougars. This one sent into the 6-yard box, and McComb will send that out to Bryn Sample. And the referee has the flag up. As Hollister goes down, we'll have a foul called on the Bobcats. And the Cougars will look to move into the offensive end for the first time here in the second half. As Hollister sends that one up looking for Marley Sample. Houghton will take that one, sending it up. A long roller towards the end line, and the Bobcats will be the first to get there. And we'll have a foul called on the Bobcats as the Cougars will move up to take this free kick just outside the 18 on this near side. Cougars lining up with everybody on the far side. Bobcats setting up a 3-person wall as the referee paces off 10 yards. And it looks like Hollister will be taking this free kick. And a high ball played into the corner off the chest of, I believe that was Marley Sample, and right into the net. So good cross there by Hollister as Sample cuts in from the far side, giving the Cougars a 2-0 lead with 36:56 remaining here in the second half. Cougar goal scored by Marley Sample, assisted by Adriana Hollister. So Maddie Perrier looking to the far side of the field as Bryn Gilmore cuts up that far side. She'll have two Cougar defenders working with her over there. She turns it back to the inside as Emily Perrier picks that ball up and sends it back to the corner. That was Gagnon stepping up to make that tackle and not allow any scoring opportunity as McComb steps up, and she has some green in front of her as she carries it towards midfield. Marley Sample breaking up McComb and Sample. McComb turning the wheels on, goalkeeper out, and Aiden Lambert doing a good job getting down on the ground as she had McComb and Sample turning up the heat, looking to pop that one in the net for the Cougars' third goal. So Lambert doing a nice job there, being on her toes coming out of the net as the Cougars will look to move this one back up the field. It's Kate Houghton looking for Bryn Sample on this side, and we have a Bobcat player down at the middle of the field. That's number 11 Madison Perrier, and she's up on her feet, a little bit of a limp, and she will head off the field as the referee asks for a clock stoppage, and hope she makes a quick recovery and get back into the game for the Bobcats. We'll have Kira Labarge coming into the game to replace her. So the referee's unsure of who had possession of the ball when the whistle was blown, so they're choosing to have a drop ball on that injury. So that ball played into the 18 as Kira Labarge looks to clear that out. Marley Sample across the 18 to the far outside. That's Gregoire with the ball. Gregoire turning the corner, bringing it into the 18, crossing it, and two Bobcats there to clear it out. And the Cougars in front of the net, unable to get a foot on that one as a Cougar player went down, and that was Kate Houghton. Houghton from the 18 looking to take a shot. Gets a nice shot right at the goalie, and Lambert picking that one up. So Labarge looking over to the far side for Bryn Gilmore, and she got just a little too much on that as the Cougars make a quick throw in, and Gregoire will work the far side of the field. Nice pass into Marley Sample. Sample breaking in on goal, and a nice job once again there by Aiden Lambert as she comes out and gets a foot on that to clear it. So Lambert definitely on her toes, breaking up two scoring opportunities for the Cougars. And the Bobcats will take a goal kick here as Alexis Belrose sets up to take this one. Sample spinning at the 18 with a low shot into the keeper once again. And we'll have a legal throw-in. Ball will be awarded back to the Bobcats. Kira Labarge throwing this one in. And Gagne with a misplay on that one, and lucky for her, Hollister was there to clean that one up, and the Cougars look to reorganize and move up the field. Houghton playing that to the inside of the defense as Gregoire breaks around the backside of the defense into the 18, takes a nice shot, and that's going to be wide near side of the goal. So subs for both teams here. We have Laterno in for the Cougars. We have number 5, Maddie Seguin. That's Fredette on the far side that came in, and I believe Boyer. So Hannah Jock looking to chip that, sends it through the 2 Cougar defenders. And Hollister turning that one away as Jock comes back with a ball. Gagne going down at the corner of the 18. A shot on net right there and sent to the side by Abby Racine. So good shot by Emily Perrier. As Racine had to go down to the ground to make that save. And the Bobcats will have a corner kick here from the near side. Combe picking that one up. She turns the wheels on, looking to the outside for Marley Sample. And Jock working hard on this side for the Bobcats. She's been all over the field here the last few minutes. McComb looking to play a through ball to Marley Sample down the middle, and that was broken up, and the Bobcats regroup and sending a long ball up. Abby Racine should have this one as she steps out of the net. So good talk there between her and Hollister. And we're just under 10 minutes gone here in the second half. Cougars holding a 2-0 lead over the Bobcats, and 2 goals for the Cougars scored by Marley Sample. And the Cougars will be taking a corner kick here on the far side. And the Bobcats able to clear that one out of their defensive end, sending another ball up to the defense of the Cougars as there's some miscommunication between Hollister and Gagnon, and Hollister able to recover, move that one upfield, and the flag is up on the far side again. And we'll have the Cougars called offsides as Coach Supernaw is venting on the far side about the offsides, I assume, Calvin?
Like a feather or something.
But I think it's the 20th offsides this game for the Cougars, and I imagine it irritates him more when he probably spoke about a halftime. Nice pass there from McComb. Sample breaking inside the 18, takes a shot and right at the hands on the near post of the goalkeeper. So Lambert positioned herself fine there, cutting off the angle, and Sample not with a whole lot of net there to shoot at as the defender pushed her to the outside, and Lambert cut the angle off. So substitutes for both teams.
Yeah, just for that we started to get. I was gonna go back and get my ALI paper, but I didn't. I think we're missing some. I'm ready to see me because we're not this rate.
And Gagnon a little slow to get going after that tackle. Appears to fine it this time, and the Cougars will throw this one in. Long throw, LaFountain getting the lucky deflection off of that one as she takes that ball to the end line. Looking across it, and it'll be out of bounds and a goal kick for the Bobcats.
Yeah, they smell great.
Bobcats goal kick as Sample picks this one up and looks to carry it back inside. It's well defended by the Bobcats. McComb at the 18, and that's broken up. McComb with one to beat to the left side. She's going to have to get a left foot on that one, as she does, and it's deflected out of bounds, and we'll have a Cougar corner kick. Cologne making the trek from the right back position to take this one.
Make sure they go back. Okay. Yeah.
That was Marion Waktumi getting her foot on that one, sending it high over the net, and the Bobcats will take a goal kick.
A couple of young fellas step up to the side here to be ball boys this half, and they're doing a heck of a job out there, Chris.
It's good that we have them step up. They're putting their time in, because it won't be long, and they'll most likely be out playing on this field. And a long ball played up here. Gagnon a little slow getting a run on that one. She's able to recover as she had a Bobcat closing in on her, and able to play that to the outside as the Bobcats look to make an offensive run here. So Carol Labarge playing ball up to the left side, and just a little too much on that one as it rolls over the sideline. Gagnon playing that one, and a misstep by the Cougars. Marley Sample turning the wheels on, gets a good deflection, closing in on net, takes a hard shot, and right in the back of the net as Aiden Lambert came out to try to stop that one. Good hustle there by Sample, getting a good deflection off the defense, and no questions about that one as she scores her third goal of the hat trick of this game as the Cougars go up 3-0. Cougar goal scored by Marley Sample, assisted by Olivia Gagnon. So Marley Sample picking up her third goal of the game. We're down to 21 and a half minutes left here in the second half, and Gagnon playing a long ball up from the sweeper position. Marley Sample taking a run on that. Defender coming up, and upon the tackle, it deflected in the direction of the goal, and Sample able to knock that one in the net. So the Bobcats have been giving the Cougars fits here with the offsides. Bobcats defense doing a good job of pulling up as the Cougar offense is looking to make a run. But that time, Sample able to get a good run on it, not caught offsides, and was able to put that in the net as the Bobcats looking to put some offensive pressure on here. Madison Perrier on the far side sending it in, and along the end line, Gagnon taking that away and clearing it out of bounds. So Hollister coming into the game for the Cougars. She'll be back on defense as the Cougars look to clear. That ball rolls through right in front of the net, and Racine coming out, going to the ground, saving that one, as the only person around her was a Bobcat looking to get a foot on it, and that was number 2, Alexis Pitts, and just inches from punching that one in the back of the net. Dumas playing a long ball up, looking to split the defenses. Maggie LaFountain runs that one down, and Bobcats sending that out again. Good hustle there by McComb to keep that ball on as it deflects to Brindley LaFountain. LaFountain over to Waktumi, and she has that taken away. So on the far side, Hannah Jock with some open space in front of her. She's got 3 Bobcats in front of her. Sends a long ball in, and that's Cronkrite getting a foot on that one to clear it out as Brindley LaFountain moves it up the field. LaFountain playing a long ball up to Marion Waktumi. She'll take that to the sideline and out of bounds as the Bobcats will throw this one in. We'll have, it appears to be 6 Cougars and 1 Bobcat coming into the game. So for the Bobcats, Grace Thune comes in. Hollister on the near side will be batting with Seguin as Seguin picks this one, takes a quick throw into Thum, and we'll have a foul called there, a push from behind on Cronkite, and Pierce Kier Labarge will be stepping up. No, we have Emily Perrier set to take this direct kick. It's about 22 yards out. Puts a nice ball right in the 6-yard box for Sino and grabs this one as it takes a 1 hop. Ball sent into the 18 by the Bobcats. They had Maddie Seguin there looking to trap that one and just could not gather it up as McComb breaks up the field. Looking for Sarah Grennan. Number 5, Sarah Grennan playing in the center of the field, and the Cougars have 2 players off. All right, it's going to be a foul on the Bobcats. So foul on the Bobcats as the Cougars will take a free kick here. We have Leah Colombe taking this kick, plays a long ball in on net, and Aiden Lambert out to make a save on that. Fredette looking up for Visconti. Good tackle there, and that ball deflects off of Visconti out of bounds, and the Bobcats will have a throw in. Kira Labarge set to throw this. Labarge with a long throw. Emily Perrier picking this one up, looking to go up the field, and she will have a quick throw as that will be held up as the Bobcats have a substitution coming in. We're down to 13 and a half minutes. Cougars holding a commanding 3-0 lead here. Bobcat substitution, that's Bailey LaFountain, number 3, coming in here on this near side. And the Cougars making a run on the far side. That's Allison Gregoire looking back for Gay in the middle of the field. Gay getting a step on that one into the 18, and we will have a Cougar corner kick as some good hustle there by Carissa Gay putting some pressure on the Bobcat defense and giving her team an opportunity for a corner kick here. Leah Colombe will make her way over to take this one. And prior to the corner, we'll have a Cougar substitution. That's number 23, Taylor Goodrow, coming in as that ball bounces to the 18, and the Bobcats will break out. Turning the wheels on the far side. Leah Colombe trying to track her down, and that ball's played in, and Hollister will turn it outside. And in the middle of the field, there was Amy Visconti. Fredette with a nice pass in the middle of the field, looking for Goodrow, and that was Carissa Gay stepping up to take that shot. Good job there by Grace Thune, getting a foot on that, deflecting off a Cronkite out of bounds at midfield, and the Bobcats will take this throw, and as McComb picks up this ball. And Calvin, unless miracles happen, have to say here with just under 11 minutes, you won't have overtime tonight.
It was a long night last night.
Weekend off though, right?
Maybe. There's stuff I can do, nothing I have to do.
It's holiday weekend, Columbus Day, so you can
And Thanksgiving, too.
relax and take Monday off. It's Canadian Thanksgiving, right?
That's right. And our ancestors were Canadian, so we should celebrate their Thanksgiving, too, right?
Yep. I know traffic-wise, it's probably one of the busier weekends up here in the North Country on the roads, as a lot of our Canadian neighbors come to the south. Many of them going camping and shopping and doing all kinds of stuff, so we have a busy weekend on the roads here in northern New York.
I want to touch the porn.
So the Bobcats looking to put some pressure on there, moving up their players as McComb says otherwise, taking that ball, carrying it up to midfield, and will chip it to the corner as Visconti makes a run on that. And Visconti coming away with it again, sending it into the 6-yard box, and Lambert out to grab that as Goodrow was bearing down on her. So Visconti coming up with that ball as she is looking to get a goal here late in the second half, and just a little too much on that deflection, and the keeper out to grab that one. A misstep there by the Cougars, and Leah Colombe doing a fine job to recover there as the Bobcats offense is looking to take that one to the net. We're just under 8 minutes. We've got 6 Cougars waiting at midfield to come into the game. And That ball sent in, and Racine getting a foot on that as number 10, Hannah Jock, got a shot off. So Jock being rewarded there with a good scoring opportunity. Definitely been hustling here in the second half, been all over the field for the Bobcats, and the Cats will be taking a corner kick here. Maddie Seguin will be taking this.
I don't understand why you can't stick them with your finger. It's like that. I don't think it means anything.
No.
So that one sent over the end line by the Cougars, and Seguin will take this corner kick again. Nice corner kick right into the 6-yard box. Grace Thum with a shot in the back of the net. Wide open right in front of the net. Point blank shot, and there was nothing Racine could do with that one. And the Bobcats picking up their first goal of the game here with 6:49 left in the second half. Bobcat goal scored by number 18, Grace Thum, assisted by number 5, Maddie Seguin. So back in action here after the Bobcats goal. That was Grace Thum with a nice shot point blank right in front of the net on a corner kick that was taken by number 5, Maddie Seguin. Bobcats getting on the board here. So we'll have to see with that goal by the Bobcats if it'll give them a little more energy, if they can put something together, and if they could pick up a second goal, they could definitely make it interesting here for the Cougars towards the end of the game. So Thum and Houghton battling, and we'll have a foul called on Thum as she was pushing from behind, and Leah Colombe will take this free kick as the Bobcats set up a two-person wall in front of her. And she will ask for her 10 yards to be paced off, as the Bobcats are a little shy of that. Shot there by Colombe on net, and an easy save there by Lambert. So some good passing by the Cougars as they look to move this ball forward. Maria Wachtumi getting a foot on that ball, and it rolls to the Bobcat goalkeeper, and she will punt this to midfield. So Ware stepping up, sending a through ball on the inside of the defense, and Magula Fountain closing down on that one as the goalkeeper comes out to make that save, and we'll have a stoppage for a handball by the Cougars at midfield. We're down to 3.5 minutes here in the second half. Bobcats with a free kick. Perrier playing that ball to the outside, and Maddie Seguin being turned away by the Cougar defense. Well, Racine out to pick that ball up. Racine with a high punt, and that's sent back in by the Bobcats as Laterno will look to turn this up the field, and Jock will send this in the 18. Racine out once again to get this ball. So this will be a good warm-up for both teams as they go into their games next week. I am not sure about the Bobcats, but I know for the Cougars, their last 2 regular season games are next week. They have the Osceola Valley Patriots down in Clintonville and then be traveling to Beatmantown for their final regular season game. And then shortly after that, sectionals will be starting.
One minute.
Taylor Goodrow working hard to try to get a shot off there, and that's sent out by the Bobcats. And we're down to 30 seconds here, so 2 games left next week, and then sectional starting, and depending how the seedings fall, this could be the last home game for the Cougars, but if they end up being the higher seed in their first quarterfinal match, they will host that game here and then move on to the semifinals and finals, which I assume would be at Shazy this year. They have been the last few years. And that'll count it down as we're down to 1 and 0 seconds left here. And at the end of this game, the Cougars coming out with a 3-1 victory. Marley Sample recording a hat trick tonight, so congratulations to her and the Cougars on a win. Fine job by the Bobcats. And once again, on behalf of Hometown Cable, we'd like to thank you for joining us. And if you enjoy seeing the local youth on TV playing sports, please send your donations. They're always appreciated to Hometown Cable, 1477 Ridge Road, Champlain, New York. And as always, thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time.